Ondo State again. EFCC probes 60 billion naira looted in just 6 months. Who looted it? Ondo. That is the state of Akeredolu, and now Lucky Ayedatiwa is the governor, and they are preparing now. It's EFCC state. That is how you know. Most of the states they looted hell and heaven, they are just EFCC state. The same thing happening in Imo, the same thing happening in Kogi state, the same thing happening now in Ondo state. Almost all the looters that we know now are all EFCC, either their ministers or their governors or their APC, either their ministers or their governors or their state ruled by APC. All of them are APC. That is why this fight will not go anywhere. I am telling you. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is probing allegations of large-scale looting in Ondo State in the last 6 months of Akeredolu administration. Is it Akeredolu administration or last 6 months of... last 6 months of Akeredolu administration. Okay, that was when he was sick before he died. Okay, that was before Ayedatiwa took over. I'm sure those were the period that he was going to Germany for treatment and was handing over the government to Ayedatiwa to act. Okay, and he was probably in those period he was not there, and probably they were just signing and looting, knowing fully well that he was not there to monitor anything. Can you imagine? So the anti-graft agency is probing the looting of 60 billion naira through the alleged forgery of the deceased governor's signature. I remember when this issue came up and they were trying to indict even Akeredolu's wife and some other people that they were forging his signature and moving funds anyhow. Governor Rotimi Akeredolu died in December last year following a protracted illness. Shortly before he passed on, there were allegations that his signature was forged in a bid to perpetuate fraud. Former officials of the defunct administration have been summoned and interrogated by the EFCC over the allegation. Ondo State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Dr. Olukayode Ajulo-San, confirmed that some former officials of the defunct administration have been summoned and interrogated by the EFCC. He said the state government had received petitions implicating former government officials and associates allegedly involved in the misappropriation and signature forgery. So the source in the FCC said, so far our operatives are investigating alleged misappropriation of about 60 billion naira. We have interrogated many former officials of Ondo State government. We will still invite more. Preliminary findings have indicated that some of them have issues to clarify. Can you imagine? The source added a bend on the ongoing investigation is alleged forgery of a signature to withdraw cash from government accounts. Our operatives are scrutinizing all memos and approvals to ascertain if due processes were followed. At the appropriate time, the EFCC will brief Nigerians. Ajulo, who confirmed the ongoing investigations against individuals and corporations, said the state government will not interfere in the ongoing probe of its past officials. Can you imagine? Thank God, so Ayedatiwa will not interfere, because Ayedatiwa was in charge of the government at that time too, so he should also be probed. He maintained that one of the allegations being probed by the FCC was the misappropriation and signature forgery to withdraw public funds. Ajulo said the state government will not interfere with the operations of agencies such as the police, EFCC, ICPC, and the Ondo State Public Complaints, Financial Crimes, and Anti-Corruption Commissions. Some petitions specifically implicate former government officials alleging misappropriation and signature forgery during the tenure of the late Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. Various issues have emerged regarding alleged fraud committed using the name, approvals, and signatures of the late Governor Akeredolu by past and some present government officials. If this did not touch Ayedatiwa, then it is not correct. So one particular focus of these petitions revolves around a youth empowerment program involving artisans and market women, as well as the use of unauthorized agreements to defraud the government of Ondo State. So the Ondo State government operates operates on laws and regulations, and entering into agreement with the government requires proper authorization and approval. So when such authorization and approvals are lacking, it raises serious concern. So the thing here is that the last 6 months of Akeredolu in office was the period they did all of these things. And I'm sure that was the period that Akeredolu came back from Germany and could not come to the government house in Akure, Ondo State. Rather, he was operating from his home in Ibadan. In Ibadan. And people, especially the opposition party, the PDP members in Ondo State, were, protesting and fighting that Akeredolu should come to the office and work or resign if he was not going to be capable of running the office. He cannot run the office from his house, not knowing that actually the man health issues was still getting worse. And he should have actually handed over that government when he was alive, but he did not. He stayed in the office operating by proxy until he passed on. Can you imagine? And even during that time, there were still rumors and allegations that people were fast forging signatures, looting money. Some even accused Akeredolu's wife. And, frictions have been there between Akeredolu's wife and even Aiyedatiwa, who is now the governor of the state, who took over after the demise of Akeredolu. And so that last 6 months, they also need to ask all of them questions. All of them will need to answer questions, because everything about Nigeria is just looting. There's no time you open the pages of the news that you not see something about stealing. That is very bad. As obviously, so in your mumu head, you believe the probe started this morning, Abi? Can you imagine? This is laughable. Why now that primary election is over, they believe they are in control and they start their witch hunt? Why not wait till after November election before the witch hunt? It is a politics. He is digging his own political grave. Most APC will defect the PDP with this man action. APC is going into extinction in Ondo State. It is just a matter of time. This must be the reason most of them were antagonizing and were hell-bent pushing for the impeachment of Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Can you imagine? This one is serious. Nigeria will never be corruption-free country, as people in authority never have shame, even as they are being disgraced after leaving office. They know they get shame. Look at the likes of Yaya Bello. Now that the chips are down, all the criminal activities carried out by politicians when Akeredolu was incapacitated will be exposed, and those involved must be ready to give account for their actions and face the music. That is it. That is it. And I'm telling you that between Lucky Aiyedatiwa and the late Akeredolu's wife, both they must have direct face-off. They've been having face-off till now, and they'll continue to have face-off because this is not normal. There's an element of politics in it, but at the same time, something must have happened during that period, and they have to bring all of them to book. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comments.